how to cash in using AfriMoney? Here are a few easy steps. Go to the nearest AfriMoney agent. Tell them how much you want to deposit. Give the agents your number and the cash. You will receive an SMS notification from 161 confirming.
Watching AYV Television.
Good evening, I am Phoebian Swale and this is Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. We'll begin with the headlines.
Government-sponsored Limkokwing University students to resume lectures in October this year.
The students there are Sierra Leone students. Some have gone up to year 4 now. We are bound to support Sierra Leoneans.
Sierra Leone Red Cross Society supports government of Sierra Leone with ambulance and mobile clinic services.
Each one of us, we have a very important role that we play to move Sierra Leone as a nation.
Some residents of Medina in Tombo opposes a team led by the energy minister over construction of a substation at a community field. Now for the full news.
Now, government-sponsored university students to Limkokwing University students to resume lectures in October this year. This is according to Professor Alpha Tijan Wuri, Minister of Tertiary and Higher Education. Now, a 50% payment plan has been agreed upon to allow government-sponsored students to complete their courses by October this year. This came after a series of protests and appeals for more than 1,000 government-sponsored students who have been stuck at home for over a year. Here's the story compiled by Mohamed Lamin Bania.
The recommendation emanating from the recent report by the ACC on the status of the Malaysian-owned private university Limkokwing left many of government-sponsored students pessimistic about their future. The current administration of President Bio termed the agreement as fraudulent and said it went against the country's interest.
But the students there are Sierra Leone students. Some have gone up to year 4 now. We are bound to support Sierra Leone students. So this is now a moral position, not a legal position. It is that moral position we have arranged with Limkokwing, and I would like the representative of Limkokwing to make a statement that indeed the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education has written to Limkokwing expressing the payment plan. And indeed, the Ministry of Finance have supported the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education to decide on the payment plan. And indeed, we are pleased with Limkokwing that for ongoing students that are there, they will not be paying the earlier rates, but they will be paying 50% of those rates. And I would like Limkokwing to actually announce when students should go in and start to register.
After a prolonged break and uncertainty of the future of thousands of Sierra Leonean students to continue their studies and the disagreement by government to meet the contractual agreement of the institution, the government is now but all willing for these students to continue.
Indeed, we are pleased with Limkokwing that for ongoing students that are there, they will not be paying the earlier rates, but they will be paying 50% of those rates. And I would like Limkokwing to actually announce when students should go in and start to register. We want to say classes are going to start like all other institutions, which is going to be at the end of October. However, for the rest of the country to feel appeased and to feel comfortable, and for the Minister of Public Affairs, when he goes around now, Cambia, Minti, to know that yes, this government of Sierra Leone is doing this on a moral ground, and the registration of those students are going to start soon.
Ronald Jumo via AYV News, Freetown.
Now, the Sierra Leone Red Cross Society has supported the government of Sierra Leone with ambulance and mobile clinic services to improve the healthcare service delivery in the country. The support, according to Sierra Leone Red Cross Society, is from Kuwait government to support the health sector of Sierra Leone and build bilateral relationship. Aliyu Alvin Kagbo reports.
The support from the Sierra Leone Red Cross Society is to ensure better improvement within the healthcare service delivery. Nelson Nandemo is the Director of Program Sierra Leone Red Cross Society, and he encouraged all to install a heart of humanity in supporting the development of Sierra Leone.
Each one of us, we have a very important role that we play to move Sierra Leone as a nation. Those of us, what do you call it, in the humanitarian field, we have specific role to play. The ones in the security sector, they have a role to play. In the medical field, so each one of us has got a role to play to push Sierra Leone as a nation. And we should not relent. Ambulance and the mobile clinic that we have got, through the support of the Kuwait Red Crescent, it is a very unique opportunity that each one of us should make a very good use of. And that is why the medical people are here, the security people are here, so that we make sure we direct services and help and support to those who truly deserve it.
Speaking on behalf of NACOVAC and the Ministry of Health, Dr. Smart Safa thanked Sierra Leone Red Cross Society for such a timely and laudable gesture, considering the challenge of ambulances in the country.
Actually overwhelmed, to be honest, because ambulance services is actually a very big challenge in our country. We have gave it up to National Emergency Medical Services. So it's by no mistake that I'm here to see the launching of this laudable venture that you people have done today through the Kuwait government.
The society further encouraged all Sierra Leoneans to make good use of the mobile clinic and ambulance because it's a support from the people of Kuwait to ensure Sierra Leone enjoy a very good healthcare service delivery. Ali Alvin Kagbo, AYV News, Freetown.
Now, some residents of Medina in Tombo have opposed a team led by the Energy Minister over a community field that has been identified for the construction of an electricity substation. The people say the field serves 4 communities in the area and that there was no consultation of locals before the decision was taken. The ministry was inspecting potential sites for construction of 2 electricity substations around Freetown Peninsula. Salifucheno Kamara reports.
Building of the powerhouses is fully funded by the Japanese International Cooperation Agency, JICA. JICA-sponsored construction of the Godrich substation, which is presently supplying electricity from Juba to Sussex. The agency is now set to finance 2 new substations to expand electricity service around the Freetown Peninsula. The visibility studies identified York and Tombo communities to host the structures. Though the York community and other potential areas visited happily welcomed the proposed development, but reception of the team by people at Tombo was marred with anger and frustration. These upset women and youths could not grant us interviews, but their reaction explains it all, as they claim that the field is the only recreational property owned by the neighborhood. It is interesting that even the current headman and his deputy are not on the same side.
I tell you, man, that when I go to play ball here, whilst would they look out for any development where it's very important than the football. If this benefits kind of the area as headman, where Chief Michael Benga go meets me, now say I get a reserve land. I can't show you, I not get documents now for them. Say, yeah, now your personal property. Because government give me order. Before they do them, they say I for inform the ministry because of community no get land. So I do so, now see well when I go to play ball here, now they say that they own property.
You don't ever get a meeting. This document you talk about so. Now men they move, now go to the ministry, now go work, where you not go through forget about that. We get documents now, Mr. Minister, where this class itself now say now ya say ya na football field with all the stakeholders there. So now based on that, we advise SEPA pull the come up on this field. This is the only field where serve there for village. They are all that the only field is. This project will let them coincide and they will meet together. We try for chat with people that we get land. We empty there. We have authorities there run there. Mean that they are a small one. So if for me there, we get play for this light when I go far.
The energy minister cautioned that because the need for electricity outweighs the football claims, it is incumbent on the community to relocate the football field somewhere else, as he stressed that the engineers who did the visibility study identified the field as the most suitable place for the substation.
I don't hear this thing before Akaya. They say resistance day to we for long not get this land. Yeah? We don't hear it. The benefit that to the community there. We get options there. If we don't agree, we will take and go other side.
Yes.
Because the intention very clear. We know they can't take land for Sheban to people, let's say, build house. We can't take land for build substation where they benefit the entire community. You go compare light to football field. So if we don't agree, we will go, we don't show it two other places there. Now travel at the travels, we try to go bust our talu. And they go and look at different options.
It seems like the non-acceptance by some locals for the substation to be built at the chosen site in Tombo community is politically motivated. Also, from their reaction, it might be possible that proper consultation of community people by the local leaders in charge was lacking. Salifu Chorno Kamara, AY7 News in Western Area Rural.
Now, the Speaker of ECOWAS Parliament, Honorable Sidi Mohamed Tunis, has urged Gambians, especially political stakeholders, to demonstrate patriotism, especially when presidential election is drawing closer, by ensuring their peace. This was revealed in a press briefing after engaging different stakeholders during a fact-finding mission. Joseph Johnson reports.
From Cape Verde to Gambia, one thing was emphasized in all the engagements: the need to ensure a peaceful election and transition.
Our vision as a parliament is to see a free, fair and transparent election devoid of any harassment, and to ensure that we have a very peaceful democratic transition. I want to appeal to the people of Gambia to know that there is only one Gambia. They have only one Gambia. And that one Gambia, they must do everything possible to ensure that that one Gambia is peaceful. Today we are all seated here talking about elections coming up on the 4th. We may have our differences, but let us also know that without peace we will not be sitting here. Without peace, we will not be talking about elections. I therefore call on everybody, especially the political stakeholders, to ensure that they guide their utterances. Utterances that will create hate speeches, and all of those kind of things that will create problems in this country. They should avoid them.
All the stakeholders, including the president, made commitments to ensure a peaceful process.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am also very happy that the political parties have taken a commitment to ensure that we'll have a very peaceful process. In my engagement with them, they have assured me that they will do everything possible to ensure that we have a peaceful election. And so far, we are very, very satisfied. The last meeting that we have had is that with His Excellency the President. The President has assured me that under his leadership, he will ensure that there will be free and fair elections come 4th December 2021. He has also assured me that whatever the outcome of the result is, he will accept it.
The delegation ended its mission with an engagement with political parties, Independent Electoral Commission, civil society organizations, and a meeting with the President of Gambia, Joseph Johnson. AYB News, The Gambia.
Driving Africa Capacity Building in Disaster Management Final Report 2021 launched by Limkokwing University in partnership with the National Disaster Management has revealed that there are 12 notable areas where a single point of failure still exists that are likely to lead to breakdown of parts of all the disaster management system, particularly during disaster response and recovery. Memunatu Bangura reports.
The Drive in African Capacity Building in Disaster Management Africa Final Report recognizes that significant progress has been made in recent years aimed at improving disaster management system in Sierra Leone. The Deputy Director General at Disaster Management Agency highlights the findings and recommendations of the final report.
Single point of failure is a document that was developed as a result of strategic partnership between the National Disaster Management Agency and the University in the United Kingdom. A number of range of challenges along the lines of disaster management continuum in Sierra Leone identified. It was a research document. The research was conducted for a period of 3 years, and the product that was launched today is what we have seen. Comprehensive product telling us about the thematic areas of points of failure and telling us about 27 points of failure identified by the researcher, making sure that we build the capacity, building the capacity of not only disaster management institutions, but those that are working with our partners. Sometimes it's need for us to bring them to speed so that they're able to understand clearly the principles, policies, and procedures in terms of engagement. That's also very key. Another area of recommendation that we need to take into consideration is in terms of developing standard operating procedures and guidelines. There are guidelines that are supposed to be developed for specific areas. Sierra Leone has a number of hazards. Those hazards all go with guidelines. 27 single points of failure that identified in the document have been categorized, and they are all by teams. So what we decide to do as a result of taking the process forward is making sure that we are addressing by teams. And we are going to have a sector-wide approach in making sure that those thematic areas are addressed.
Ambassador Bremer Patrick Kapoa, Presidential Advisor on Political Affairs at State House, said that this report will help to prevent disasters in the country.
The outcome on single points of failure recommends actions such as supporting research groups from across different scientific disciplines to work together to find nature-based innovative solutions to societal challenges. This document we are about to launch today also recommends education and training to raise awareness and build the capacity of individuals and communities to contribute to these efforts. Thus, the findings of this research work will be at the center of knowledge sharing engagement by exploring the lessons learned from this post-disasters. This work can help national and local disaster managers, policymakers, politicians like us, stakeholders, and our journey towards further enhancing the disaster management system.
Memunatu Bangura, AYV News, Freetown.
The Anti-Corruption Commission has presented budget of over 500 billion loans for the fight against corruption in the country. For the year 2022, the budget by Anti-Corruption Commission would focus on strengthening the activities of the Commission to pursue corruption acts in Sierra Leone. This was revealed during the ongoing budget hearing at the Ministry of Finance. Mohamed Bakar Kamara reports.
The 520 billion loans budget by the Anti-Corruption Commission will strengthen the efforts of Anti-Corruption Commission to pursue corruption cases in the country.
The reason why we have asked for this amount so that we will be able to make a remarkable effort in the fight against corruption comes 2020. 8,479,000,000. So we are asking it slightly above that amount in the figure of 520.2 billion.
During the presentation by the Anti-Corruption Commission, it was revealed that 30 billion yuans was recovered by the Anti-Corruption Commission from 2018 to September 2021. It also highlights some of the challenges faced by the Anti-Corruption Commission.
Well, we have logistical challenges. As I'm speaking to you now, we only have 3 roadworthy vehicles. The others were bought some 10, 15 years ago. So you can imagine how much we are spending on the maintenance of those vehicles to go to places where we receive complaints of corrupt practices. I want to assure Sierra Leoneans that in the performance of our duty, we have no boundary, we don't have any special consideration, whether for political or whatever. We do our work objectively and sincerely. We do our work fairly, right? So we don't have any other special consideration.
In another news, the Minister of Western Region has asked for 6 billion loans for the popularization of the ministry in Sierra Leone and also to facilitate development programs in the country. Also, Accountant General Office has requested for 25 billion loans from the Ministry of Finance for 2022. Meanwhile, Audit Service Sierra Leone has requested 10.9 billion loans for 2022. For AYV News, I am Mohamed Bakar Kamara, reporting in Freetown.
This is Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. Stay tuned for more stories up after this break.
Been looking for a place to get quality education but don't know how or where? Canadian College of Modern Technology, situated at 1 Silicon Hills, Mile 91, opposite former Camp Charlie, is the right place for you. Canadian College of Modern Technology, an affiliate of Jalai University, is a fully accredited college with a Tertiary Education Commission, TEC, and a National Commission for Technical, Vocational, Other Academic Awards, NCTVA. We provide world-class tertiary education in computer science, business administration, mass communication, business information technology, Microsoft Server Administration, networking, database administration, building and construction, and other professional courses. Apart from its conducive environment, which makes it suitable for learning, Canadian College of Modern Technology is proud of its experienced local and international staffs. Come and experience a transformational learning environment, fully equipped with CCTV cameras, a world-class electronic library with the latest iMac computers for collaborative learning and research, and access to high-speed internet service throughout the campus. And guess what? Canadian College of Modern Technology is the first college in Sierra Leone to operate the first educational purpose-only television and radio station for its mass communication students. Come and be part of this historic experience. We have reserved a space for you. You want to know more? CCMC provides 24 hours electricity from a solar harvest power supply system with a backup generator. This highly secure campus also have a canteen, student hostels with clean pipe-borne water. Canadian College offers many more amenities for our students to help make learning a good experience. For more information, contact us on these numbers: 079-630-407 or 099-140-208. If you want to succeed, Canadian College will exceed your expectations. Canadian College of Modern Technology, a place where career begins.
Right, this is Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. I am Phoebian Sweel. Still in the bulletin tonight. Training on leadership is one way to have an accountable and transparent public workforce. And this is why ABC Development, an NGO operating in the northwest of the country is implementing a project on leadership and political participation for local council representatives and MDAs. Christiana McCarthy witnessed one of these sessions in Port Loko district, and she now reports.
Among the areas of intervention of ABC Development, an NGO operating in the northwest of the country is to empower women in leadership and political participation. With this scope, the organization has been hosting sessions on leadership and empowerment, targeting representatives from MDAs and local government, and this recent engagement was held in Poloko district. Project Officer at ABC Development, Adama Bangura, speaks on the relevance of this project.
I'm implementing a project named Empowering Women for Leadership and Political Participation. This project has started way back from 2016, and we're still on the verge of doing our job as an NGO, empowering women for both leadership and political participation. And today's activity is an activity that we did here today at Port Loko district, bringing the MDAs, council heads, both the political wing and the administrative wing, and also the ward councillors.
Quite a number of participants are councillors in Poloko district and city councils, and they express concerns on their working relationship with MDAs in the district.
Sometimes whenever we get a committee meeting, that is a problem. Therefore, when we get a meeting, for let you get a minute, that is a problem. Last month we get a meeting. For our presentation, now Mr. the city, I won't be in there till nobody will give me minutes.
Over the years, we only get a lot of challenges in between the councillors and the MDAs. And an evident fact say, in most of the council meetings, the issues they happen most often. Most of the committee chairpersons, they always report the adverse relationship between them and the MDAs, and it range from planning, because anything they do, it starts with planning, you go to implementation, you go to reporting. But over the years, when it comes to planning, always they get the push and pull.
Respective MDAs could not respond on this as representatives didn't honor invitation to witness this dialogue session. For AYV Primetime News, I am Christina McCarthy reporting.
A founding father of the Kamboama Descendant Association, KADA, which comprises 11 villages, 3 chiefdoms behind the Kamboy Hills in Kenema, Alhaji Ibrahim Viko Kondo, has expressed disappointment over what he referred to as neglect of the community by past and previous government. Alhaji expressed his dismay during his welcoming from the Holy Land of Mecca, where he observed the pilgrimage by his people and the organization. Here's the report compiled by Sam Al-Falahai, read by Morrison Musakoma.
A local-based non-governmental organization, the Kamboama Descendants Association, KADA, which is a blend of 11 villages from 3 chiefdoms at the back of the Kamboy Hills in Kenema, which was also formed to foster oneness and self-development in this community, has given a warm welcome to its founding member, Alhaji Ibrahim Viko Kondo, who for many reasons is regarded as the vicinity's icon. He came back from Mecca as one of the pilgrims for 2021, but Alhaji's personal inputs to the 11 communities in this settlement are unarguably commensurate to none, even when he had not occupied any government office since his university graduation in the 80s, community members say. The association's public relations officer says,
this association will form a follow him to foster unity na Kamboama. When we talk about Kamboama, we talk about the communities where they be in the hill here. That we get 11 communities where we operate with. KADA again an association where they cater for a membership.
Waiting make more me glad. The connection where they 3 chiefs are not make are very much happy because all the talk of peace. And what they call peace, now unity no more they call.
Alhaji Ibrahim Viko Kondo, though, showed an overwhelming gratitude for this extraordinary law from his people, but expresses dismay over what he described as community neglect by the government of Sierra Leone.
I tell you plenty thank you, because imagine all that on if they all be don't can will not be forever for this thing. The Kada when Cabo my descendants association, all the chiefs that they cooperate with me. They listen to me. I tell you plenty to. Now nobody from this region has ever got any employment. Even me sitting here, I have never been given any opportunity. Imagine, instead of humiliation. Why? Did we vote for humiliation? Did we vote for molestation? No. Enough is enough. We are tired. We are really tired.
Mr. Kondo has done a lot for these villages, but is also calling on government to consider, as elections approach, for politicians may need the people again. AYV News, Maurice Musa Kuruma reporting from Kenema, Eastern Sierra Leone.
And now in sports, the International Techball Federation has ranked the Sierra Leone Techball Federation 13th in the world and 4th in Africa in the latest National Federation ranking. According to the Federation, awards are given based on the team's monthly activities. Our sports reporter Michael John Fofana has more.
Techball was introduced in Sierra Leone in 2019 by Unisadin Cabo, and the latest world ranking has seen Sierra Leone Techball Federation placed 13th in the world and 4th in Africa, ahead of Nigeria, Senegal, Ghana, and others, after scoring a total of 71.00%. According to the International Techball Federation, points are awarded to national federations based on their monthly activities, the adherence of training schedules, and improvements of players and officiating teams. The assessment was done through video recordings and live streaming of events. A member of the International Techball described Sierra Leone Techers as the fastest growing, very talented, noting that he is admiring the place at which the National Federation is going, even though without local and foreign funding. He furthered that the current standing of Sierra Leone is no doubt. It's as a result of the dynamic leadership skill and sports qualities of the team leader Unisadin Cabo. However, Unisadin Cabo further disclosed plans for the first school league to be organized before the end of the year, adding that they will soon start the construction of the Techball and Paralympic headquarters at Mashaka. In other news, the Sierra Leone Football Association has secured the Antoinette Tumban Stadium in Monrovia, Liberia, as its artificial home venue for the return leg of the 2022 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifiers on Saturday, that is scheduled to take place on the 9th of October 2021. This is geared towards CAF's disqualification of the Sheikh Stevie Stadium and other playing facilities in Sierra Leone. In other developments, the delegation has also secured the same venue for the hosting of the first leg of the Africa Women's Championship qualifiers between Sierra Leone and the Gambia on 18th October 2021. Michael John Fofana, AYV Sports, in Freetown.
Well, that's the end of Primetime News for tonight. For more stories, visit our website on www.ayvnews.com. If you have any comments on the news bulletin, please send us an email to info@ayvnews.com. I am Phoebian Swiel. Thanks for watching and listening. Have a good night. Stay safe. Cheers.
You're watching AYV Television.
AYV is your home of credible, factual and balanced news coverage. We pride ourselves as the nation's most trusted news source. Because of this, our brand is likely to be used to spread fake news. To verify our stories, please check our various social media pages, visit our website on www.ayvnews.com or send us an email to info@ayvnews.com.